Hey friends, we're on lesson 98. First direction says to draw a line segment, and I can't find my ruler, so we're going to skip that one for now. I'll come back to it if I find it. What will be the date 2 years and 5 days from this date? So we have to add on 2 years. So what's the year? 2009, right? So add 2 years, just a 2 in the ones column. And then we have to add on 5, that was 2 years, 5 days. So it sounds like we're gonna leave the month the same. Oh, wait, but the month is July. How many days did July have? I think it was 30. Nope, it was 31 because July is the one that goes, we tap twice on there for July and August, and then we go back to September that has 30. July has 31. So we need to add on 5 days. So 29th, 30th is one more day. 31st is another day. August 1st is another day. August 2nd is another day, and the 5th day is August 3rd. So let's write that down before we forget. August 3rd, and then what was the year? 9 plus 2, 2011. Let me see if they're gonna make you jump months. Oh, they are. Okay, so FYI, for your side B, November has 30 days. Okay? There's only gonna be 1 day left in here, and you have to add on 4. So you're gonna jump into December. That's a tricky thing. Do your best. Write 298 using words. Now, if you wanna try Google it, you can. If you can come close on the words, I'm not correcting spelling. I'm just gonna see if you get the big idea, right? So 298. And now that I'm looking at it in front of me, does 90 have an E in it? 90, yeah. Okay, so I don't know if you still have this at home. Page 13 had all your number words on it. And so if you want to Google it, you can go ahead and do that. If you still have your journal at home, go ahead and look it up. Okay, next. Wendy is standing at the X. So right here. In which direction should she walk to reach spot A? So spot A is straight down from her. And here's our compass. What direction is straight down from the middle? South. Or you can just put an S. What direction should she walk to get to spot D? Well, she has to go up and to the left, right? So from the middle up and to the left is northwest. They're not going to give you room to write it. We'll just write NW. Next one, in what direction should you walk to reach G? So G is down and to the left. From the middle, down and to the left is southwest. And remember, when we are saying southwest, northwest, northeast, southeast, the south and the north always come first, and the west and the east always come second. Okay? Show 4:51 on the clock. 4:51. So that means the hour hand is at 4, but it's almost a 5, isn't it? 51's almost a 5. So we're gonna put the shorthand a little toward the 5. And then the 51 part, remember, this is o'clock, right? This is 15, this is 30, this is 45. If you can't remember those, you can just start counting by 5s. I would not suggest counting by 1s all the way around. So we have to go to 51. I'm gonna start at 45. 5 more is 50. And 1 more, I'm gonna write all the way to the minute. And that's where my minute hand is, 51. Write the digital time. Oh, and it's in the morning. 4:51, is it AM or PM if it's in the morning? AM. How many minutes until the next hour? Well, we're at 51, and the next hour is 60. So we can count or we can subtract. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Or if you want to go 60, take away 51, you are also going to get 9 minutes. Find each difference. Now, I don't think you should have to do this one on scratch paper. They gave you enough room here. So 0, take away 0, and remember difference means subtract, so don't forget to subtract, and watch for borrowing. 0 take away 0 is 0, 4 take away 3 is 1, 3 take away 1 is 2, and make sure you report it as dollars, because that's what they're doing. Bigger bottom, gotta borrow. Go to the, excuse me, go to the neighbor, borrow 1, and bring it back home. 17 take away 9 is 8. 3 take away 0 is 3. And 2 take away 1 is 1. Last one. 6 take away 2. Bigger bottom. Nope, no bigger bottom. 4. 3 take away 9. There's the bigger bottom. Okay, go to the neighbor, borrow 1, bring it back home. 13 take away 9 is 4, and 3 take away 1 is 2. Oh, and money sign. Okay. For this, I'm gonna get some scratch paper out. Because they did not give me as much room as I like. Because we have to figure out both sides of this, right? This one's pretty easy. If you're multiplying anything times a 1 with zeros after it, like 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000, you just take the zeros, as long as it's a 1 with zeros after it, and you move them over here. So this is 48 with 2 zeros. 1, 2, 3, comma. Now we have to figure out this side. 1,269 plus 3,588. 9 plus 8, 17, carry the 1. 8 plus 6 plus 1 is 15. 5 plus 2 is 7, and 1 more is 8. And 3 plus 1 is 4. So this side is 4,857, because we go 1, 2, 3, comma. So which side's bigger? Looks like this one. Okay, next. 7 times 4 is 28. I'm gonna get my scratch paper back over here. 28. Always do the multiplication before adding or subtracting. We haven't gotten into order of operations yet, but we will soon. And we always do multiplication before subtraction. So we do this first. 28, take away 6. And that is 2 and 2. So this side is 22. Order of operations says we do multiplication before subtraction. So we do this first. 24. Take away 2. 4 take away 2 is 2. And 2. Oh, look what we have here. They are balanced. Next one. I can't remember if we started square roots last year. I think we did, but I can't remember. So square root, I'm gonna get a multiplication chart out to remind you. We need square root of 49 plus a square root of 4. So, where's my multiplication? 21. Okay. So if we're looking for the square root of 49, the square roots on this multiplication chart of mine happen to be darkened down the middle, okay? And one thing you'll notice about them, if you go all the way out, is it's when a number is multiplied by itself. So 10 times 10 is 100, 9 times 9 is 81, 8 times 8 is 64, 7 times 7, here's ours, is 49. So the square root of 49 is 7, okay? So 49, square root of 49 is 7. Square root of 4 is 2 times 2, right? So square root of 4 is 2. 7 plus 2 is, let's write it down here, 9. I'm gonna circle it so I don't lose my number. Over here, order of operations, we do multiplication and division before adding and subtracting. I'm going to show you the order of operations thing in just a minute before we move on. So we do the division first. 80 divided by 10. Now if we count how many 10s go into 80, how many do we get? 10 times what equals 80? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. 8 of them, right? So 8 plus 2. This side is 10. So mouth eats the bigger side. We're gonna go for the 10. Real quick, when you have your math journal in your hands again, or if you want to Google it, oh, I really thought I put it in here. Let me see, I think I did it toward the end. Let me see if I happen to put it in here and didn't. Yep, I put it in here and I didn't write it on my, okay, so on page 38, order of operations. I might have put it in the student ones, but I didn't put it in mine right away. So I'm just gonna show you this real quick. It's called PEMDAS, okay? And what PEMDAS is an acronym. It stands for, this is the order that we do equations in when there's lots of different things that to do in a problem like this, 80 divided by 10 plus 2. These can get longer and longer, okay? So the order we do them is first we do whatever's in parentheses. After that's done, we do whatever has an exponent. We haven't gotten to that yet. Then we do multiplication, then we do any division, then we do addition, then we do subtraction. That's the order we do something in when there's lots of different steps. Because if you don't do it in this order, you will get the wrong answer. So we will study PEMDAS pretty soon. Okay, next. Number of days in May. January, February, March, April, May's on a knuckle. That means 31. Number of cups in a gallon. Do you remember this? Using this thing a lot. Thermometer. Page 27. On page 27 we have a, let's see, oops, there's another guy I'm looking for. Okay, I'm gonna draw it, the one that I'm looking for, because apparently it didn't get into my book. I'm pretty sure I put it in your book, but I'm not confident about it. Nope, this isn't the one I want. Okay, so I'm gonna put it in here. So in a gallon, put a big G for gallon. There's 4 quarts. Okay? Oh, crumb, I should have written those bigger. And in every quart, there's 2 pints. Okay? And in every pint, there's 2 cups. I'm gonna write the tiniest little cups because I should have written everything bigger. So there's 2 tiny little cups in every single one of these pints. Okay? So in 1 gallon, there's 4 quarts. In 1 gallon, there's 8 pints, 8 P's, 2, 4, 6, 8. And in 1 gallon, there's 4, 8, 12, 16 cups. I will get you a better copy of that, or you might be able to just Google it. I'm not sure. But this, I think, is what is in your student journal to help you out with that. So, what do we say? 16 cups in a gallon. So what's bigger, 31 or 16? 31. Number of quarters in $5. Well, there's 4 quarters in $1. So 4, 5 times is 20. Number of donuts in 1½ dozen. Well, 1 dozen is 12, and a half dozen is 6. What's 12 plus 6? Okay, 18 versus 20. When I get a lot of writing on the page, this might help you too. When I get a lot of writing on the page, I circle the number of my answer or the number that I need to focus in on, because otherwise it gets to be too much to look at. Okay, last thing is complete the pattern. Now, in order to complete the pattern, we look at what they put in front of us, and then we keep it going, right? So 265. So I'm going to focus just on the 10s and the 1s, okay? 65, 70, 75, 80. We're counting by what? We're going up by 5. So 285, 90, 95. Now, what's 5 more than this? We're going to jump to 300. We go to the next 100, right? 95 goes to the next 100, and that happens to be 300. Now, 305. Now we start over with the 5s. 310. That's a tricky jump right there. See if you can figure that one out, because I'm guessing they gave you something similar. Now let's take a look at this one. 233, 334. Ooh, they gave you a tricky one. 435. So we're going up by 200, 300, 400. We're going up by 100 plus 100, and can you tell? Let's look at the 10s and the 1s now. 33, 34, 35. What am I counting by? 33, 34, 35. I'm counting by 1s, right? So we're going up by 101. That is a very tricky one. Okay, so 100 more would be 500, and 1 more than 35 would be 36. 100 more is 600, and 1 more than 36 is 37. 100 more would be 700, and 1 more would be 38. 100 more would be 800, 100 more would be 900, and one more would be 40, 39, 40. Now, tricky. If we're just focusing in on that hundreds column, 100 more than 900 is what? 900 plus 100 more is 1,000, right? So 1,000, and I can't just write 41. 1,041 has to have a 0 now in the hundreds place. That's a tricky right there. Do your best. They gave you some tricky ones today.